Hi, I'm Meredith. I'm here with our message for Monday, the 17th of October, 2022. Going to give a nice shout out to my mom because it is her birthday today. Happy birthday, Mom. All right. Thank you, everyone, for your lovely emails this past week, checking in, saying hello while I took a little break from the channel this past week. And let's get connected with what's going on in the cosmos. The sun is in Libra still. That's going to shift on the 23rd of October. The sun's going to move into Scorpio. We are coming into a pretty intense Scorpio season. I'm excited about it. I know some of you are terrified. The moon is currently in Cancer, moving into Leo tomorrow. And presently we have a waning half moon, new moon on the 25th. So the sun and Venus both enter Scorpio on the 23rd. On the 25th, Saturn goes direct. We have a new moon, and we have, I think it's a partial solar. Let me look in my moon diary. Yes, we have a partial solar eclipse and a new moon on Tuesday in the sign of Scorpio as well. So in recent weeks, prior readings, we've been talking about being prepared for the upcoming eclipses, the planets going direct. Having Saturn go direct is a big deal. It's an outer planet, and Saturn is referred to so often as the taskmaster, and the pressure's been off recently because Saturn has been in retrograde since the spring. So we've had some grace and some ease and some real momentum and flow. And as Saturn goes direct, that pressure that Saturn so beautifully gives us with will be back on. And it's all going to happen in the sign of Scorpio, which is powerful and it's deep. So we're going to take all of this amazing momentum that we've had through the spring and the summer, the discoveries, the growth, the expansion, and we're going to go deep with it in the sign of Scorpio through an eclipse. This will be pretty interesting for us. I'm going to love to see your emails and your comments about it as well. So for today, let's get into our message. We're using a Rider-Waite deck by Jamie Sawyer. Our first card is the Page of Pentacles. This card looks like an offering to me today. The pages are messengers. I see them as scouts, and I see them as characters in tarot that go out to the horizon, our horizon of our sphere of influence, and then report back to us. And we have the Ace of Pentacles in the hands of this page, and I feel like we are being offered fresh consideration, fresh perspective, and I feel that's coming intuitively for most of us. Let's see how the message deepens. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. So this is the divine delivery system. This is what's coming to your foundation, and I feel like this page represents us making an offer to ourselves, intuitively channeled from the Wheel of Fortune. So we're being delivered messages, tangibles from messages, intuitive messages that we have received in recent days, weeks, or months. Let's see what's next. 2 cards. 7 of Wands. Coming with the Ace of Cups. Gosh, this message. Okay, so one of the persistent and consistent messages that we have received alongside the Wheel of Fortune has something to do with us making way for the very things that we have prayed for, manifested, and affirmed for. Making space, making way, making room, being receptive to what the divine delivery system offers us. And this is us being in alignment with destiny on the Wheel of Fortune. So as we are in alignment with our destiny for the very things, the tangibles, of what we've prayed for, manifested, and affirmed for, as they come in, look at the defensive posture off the Seven of Wands. Sevens are all about heaven touching earth. That happens within us. We are that bridge, right? So here you can see a fresh perspective, fresh opportunity, fresh tangibilities, or tangibles, excuse me, fresh tangibles arriving off the divine delivery system of the Wheel of Fortune, us in alignment with our destiny. And then we have the defensive posture on the Seven. Now, this particular Seven creates a little bit of controversy in tarot for many people, because we go into this defensive posture, which is an act of the ego. This is the ego saying no. The ego will almost always have no in its field, because it is cautious of what it does not recognize, does not trust easily. And truly, it is the role of the ego to present us with pause or caution so that we can reevaluate what is in the moment before we take the next step forward. However, the ego can show up quite defensively, powerfully, posturing and preventing us, or attempting to prevent us from moving forward by, ringing out some old story of a less than favorable life experience. We've talked about this many times over, but you see what's coming off the Wheel of Fortune is the Ace of Cups, which is the divine and cosmic gift of love, bliss, joy, happiness, overflow, fertility, connectedness, emotional fulfillment, on overflow, being handed to us by the divine, by the cosmos. This is the divine hand offering us the very cup we've asked for. And here we stand in the Seven of Wands with the hold up, everybody. I feel suspicious. That's the ego talking. Is the other shoe going to drop? Are you going to allow it? Is really the question. Are you going to go to the comfort of what you know, even though what you know may not contain what you desire, the change you've invested in? Yeah. Oh, cool. Wow. Okay, here's a neat perspective. Here's the Three of Wands, and this is a representation of what happens after you step through the portal doorway of opportunity to a whole new world of experience on the Two of Wands. You start to create a foundation, a solid foundation in the Three of Wands. I actually feel, as I'm looking at this card in the Three of Wands, we're looking back at ourselves and our defensiveness and our potential resistance to the very thing or things that we are aligned with in a destined way, in a fated, destined way. And we're looking back at ourselves as a page. So here we've offered up our willingness to our version of our blessed foundation within our sphere of influence, and we can see the Wheel of Fortune delivering. We can see our resistance. Then we can see that we allow ourselves to receive. Now we're looking from the horizon that this page just visited. We're looking back now and seeing ourselves. And what did we witness here? We had two cards. Six of Swords and the Hermit. I love that. I love that. So we are our own beacon, our own shining light. So this page has become the Hermit. And this is the Hermit shining the light on the journey, the movement that we took, every step that we took in acceptance of our Ace of Cups, even as we resisted it. That wheel kept turning on our behalf. Beautiful. This is a demonstration of what it may look like for some of us to never give up, no matter what the circumstances are. This is gorgeous energy. All right, let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. And this is how the universe is supporting us from behind the scenes, beyond the veil, the things that are not necessarily obvious to us. Our first card, How appropriate, the Four of Cups. I love it because it's a four. It's a solid foundation, a solid emotional foundation, by the way. And I call this person on the card the one who pouts. And at times I feel there's remorse on this card. There's also the potential for apathy, as if this character demonstrates our dissatisfaction with some aspects of the journey, Seven of Wands, and how we go into resistance for creating heaven on earth. So the universe is supporting us and saying, I always have more for you over here. Maybe you don't see it coming. You're closer than you think. These are messages that we've received in recent weeks on repeat, and the message persists. Now, keep in mind, as I'm sharing with you, that we are moving into a very deep Scorpio season, a very active, though deep, Scorpio season. Let's make the most of it. Let's be in acceptance. Let's be in allowing. Let's go with the divine flow and the divine momentum, because it is taking us exactly where we have desired to go. So that Seven of Wands is quite poignant here in the reading, especially since it's sitting right next to the Ace of Cups, and aces have the ability to neutralize challenge on any card nearby. So there is no real challenge here with the ego. The only challenge there is our willingness to let go of old stories. And let's stay in momentum, Six of Swords, toward this gorgeous horizon that we were looking at over here on the page, and now we're looking back on. We can see that we've overcome the obstacles. So let's all just take a breath and trust that the universe has our back, and we don't necessarily see the next blessing incoming. But that's wonderful, because this is about the adventure and the surprise and delight of our lives. So let's be in allowing. Oh my gosh, look, because here comes another four, the Four of Wands, the 1111 card. This is what we are in creation for and with on the 3. And this is what we're achieving: happiness, celebration, union, unity within ourselves, happiness, emotional fulfillment within self, relationship that overflows with love, bliss, joy, happiness, and so much more. Off the Ace of Cups, this is how we occupy our foundation. Why would we ever go into resistance for the very things that we've been praying for right out of heart space? It's a conundrum, isn't it? Oh, yes, look at this. The double Four of Wands and the Eight of Wands. This is incoming information. This is communication. This is more channeled information and messages coming our way from our guides, angels, and ancestors. This Eight of Wands represents what is being lit up over here by the Hermit. If you shine your light, you'll get the message. So don't dim the light. Next. Oh, wow. Yeah. Talk about unity. There's the Hierophant. Change. Change is happening. And it's change that we've asked for. It's change that we have been in affirmation for. And the ego's uncomfortable. And that's okay. What does it require? More love, bliss, joy, happiness, and unconditional loving kindness, right? Bring it. Okay, let's take a look at angel answers. If you have a question, this is the deck. This is the deck that has the answer. Oh, we have one falling on the floor already. Emphatic, yes. So if you're looking for confirmation for something, asking a question unique to your life circumstances, communing with your own guides and angels, use this deck for those messages. Yes, look for a sign. Absolutely. They're everywhere. You can always ask your guides and angels to fine-tune the signs so that they're easily recognizable to you. I know that some of you say the signs could be vague, easily missed. So ask for more. Ask for greater clarity. Or ask for help from others. Yeah, you may be an empath and your bestie might be a clairvoyant. and you may need to see clearly. So ask for help from others. Check in with the people that you know and love and have gifts that are slightly different than your own, and have a conversation. One more. I also feel the message here is, yes, trust the signs and trust the help you receive from others. Run it through your own heart space, of course. And then, emphatic success. Beautiful card. That's a confirmation of our yes, of our emphatic yes. Next, last, final word on the reading from, I think this is the Shaman's Dream Oracle. How is our soulful presence informing our waking consciousness? I love that. Perfect storm. You know, that may be what our ego is creating on the Seven of Wands, the resistance and ability to receive or not. That can create a perfect storm for us. And it says underneath that, the courage to step into life. We had that courage over here with this young and experienced page. And through the journey, we turned ourselves into this wise and dynamic hermit. And we're shining our light. We are being a beacon to ourselves as we look at the next horizon over here with this page. So this is the message of trust the journey. Look what you've done, how you've paid attention to your intuition, your intuitive gifts, how you have collaborated with others and their intuitive gifts to get you where you now stand. And this perfect storm card feels like the perfect encouragement for you to keep going. Don't ever give up. Don't stop. Because as you arrive on each new horizon, you get to look back and see what you have created. You get to see where you went into resistance, where you denied yourself the very things you were praying for as they were appearing right in front of you. And then you get to see the success of your yeses, your choices, reading the signs, and eventually allowing yourselves to go with that divine flow. And I feel that this is a nice message as we come into these deeper, more intense energies in the cosmos. This is a message of how we begin to trust ourselves so much more, and there's so much less resistance to the journey. Trust yourself more. Have a beautiful Monday, everyone. Peace, blessings. Namaste.